Okay, well, viewer discretion is advised, but ladies and gentlemen, this is getting just more and more crazy by the day. But this is exactly where we're at in this country. Trump has just been shot at, and this was earlier today. I have done enough research to conclude that the shooter is confirmed dead, but this is what happened.
Take a look at what happened.
I mean, that's what, 11 shots? 10 shots?
Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold on, your head is bloody.
So we gotta move to the car.
And you can see Trump is bleeding on his ear.
Watch out.
And then he throws up the fist for strength. I mean, these are crazy times we're living in. You look at you can see the blood very clearly. Hearing the people chant USA in the background. And that's pretty much it, folks. However, I do want to share some of my thoughts on this and just where we're at in society in general and how we can move forward in a more productive way, because this is seriously getting out of control. This is out of hand, and we need more people that are pursuing peace and prosperity and justice and faithfulness more than anything else. It is quite a time to be alive, and really I just think that this whole whatever just happened is going to increase Trump's chances of getting the presidency, that is, if nothing happens in the actual election itself. But I mean, just the other day, in fact I actually think it was just yesterday, Joe Biden, the president of the US currently, was introducing Zelensky onto the stage and accidentally called him Putin before introducing him. Joe Biden at this point is just muttering anything. And look, I'm not necessarily one for politics in any way, shape, or form in general anymore. In fact, I think becoming a politician is one of the most disheartening things one can do to one's soul. But, and so many people are worried about, you know, the thisism and thatism and isms and isms and isms, to quote John Lennon's Give Peace a Chance, right? And it's really just something to behold, to see the gravity at where we're at in this country, and to see that this is where we're at wholly and truly. And the fact that there are so many people that are deranged and in denial, and they know something's not right, and yet they don't want to do something about it. We need people to start doing stuff about this kind of behavior. And obviously the shooter is dead, so that's really something. But I'm just flabbergasted at this point, guys. There's really just so much to talk about, and yet so little that I could say at this time that could really influence the levity of the situation, because it's already great in its own levity as it stands. And we all know this, just some people want to admit it to themselves more than others. But I will say this, that it is a joy for those that are pursuing God and pursuing righteousness and to keep on the righteous path. it is a joy to see justice and faithfulness come into fruition. And even though I'm not necessarily a fan of Trump or Biden or anybody really, I personally don't see anywhere this is going within the next 4 to 10 years getting any better with the kind of candidates that we currently have. It's possible that things might get better, but I mean, as far as America goes, it's going to take growing from the roots. We're going to have to really get at the roots and take all of the malevolent roots out of our society on our own. This is not going to be something that the government can do for us. This is not going to be something that, unless God wanted to, only God can do something else other than the people and the roots of our society. And so we have dwelled as a nation, specifically within the U.S., we have dwelled with relentless bitterness in our hearts for so long now that to see a clear light at the end of the tunnel seems, for many people, hopeless. A lot of people have no clue what they're doing. They have no clue. And a lot of the times when you try to instruct or provide guidance, it falls on deaf ears because they don't want to hear certain things. They don't want to hear that they actually have to change in order for there to be a more positive result. And they don't want to really demonstrate a particular kind of behavior that would reconcile and allow them to repent from their past sins. But that's their choice, and there's not much that we can do about that. The best thing that we can do right now is to focus on bettering ourselves and ensuring that we are living as peaceful a life as possible. But make no mistake, we're ready. And literally blood is on the table at this point. Blood is on the table. And what did Thomas Jefferson say about the Tree of Liberty? Which I think is actually, a lot of people hate on the Founding Fathers and like, oh, it's, the Founding Fathers, that's such a public education based understanding of the United States. It's like, well, but have you actually done research into Thomas Jefferson? Have you looked at the Jefferson Bibles, for example? Or the Bible, rather, Jefferson Bible? Or have you looked at the Declaration of Independence? Have you actually read it? Have you actually read that document? Or do you just know about certain phrases? Because it's extremely well written. And his life in of itself was a very interesting one at that. So, have you done research into this kind of stuff on your own, not just from the public education? And you'll start to see that when Thomas Jefferson says that the Tree of Liberty is watered with the blood of patriots and tyrants, you understand. Like, Trump, in that situation, did not look to me like a tyrant. He did not look like a tyrant. And he looked like a patriot. And I'm not necessarily a fan of Trump. So I'm not going to disclose anything else other than that for today's video, at least for this, but it's getting real, and it's getting more real by the day. All that we can do is continue to focus on ourselves, like I said. I pray that we all choose peace and love above all other options. And I pray that anybody that is watching this video to receive it in good faith and to really take a look at the state of our society and see Is this really where you want to go? Because not only is World War III nearby, so is Civil War in America. And we can change that. I genuinely think we can. But there's going to reach a point, if things escalate any further than this, it's going to be hard to come back. It's going to be hard. So with all that being said, I hope this message was useful and insightful. And until next time, peace be with you all.